Hello and welcome back to A Quick Look. I'm Zoe Jewell, and today we'll be discussing Beyonce breaking records, Shakira and her sons having a controversial opinion, and Rebel Wilson getting a little bit honest about her weight loss journey. Okay, first thing is first, unless you've been living under a rock, then you probably know that Beyonce released her 8th studio album, Cowboy Carter, last week. It was an incredible album. It is an incredible album. And it's safe to say that it has taken the world by storm because the album has broken the Spotify record for the most streamed album in a single day so far this year. So it has been the most streamed album in one day in the year 2024. Now, I know it's only, well, I guess it's April now, but it's only been a few months into the year, but there have been a lot of major albums that have come out in the last few months, from Ariana Grande to Casey Musgraves. So Beyonce snagging this record is not surprising, but it's an accomplishment, certainly. And I'll be curious to see how long this record lasts. Will she be able to, will it outlast Taylor Swift? Like, time will tell, not to pit those two people against each other. But it is interesting because we still have so many other artists that are going to be putting out music in this calendar year. But it's not a surprise that this album has really taken the world by storm, because not only it's a Beyonce album, which whenever she drops music, people pay attention. It's country inspired, which is different than what she's done in the past. It's really, really, really good. And her lead single, I guess, I know she released 2 songs prior to the album coming out, but Texas Hold'em has been a massive song. In fact, that song has been streamed on Spotify over 200 million times. 200 million times, and it has only been out, it's been out for less than 2 months. So that tells you everything you need to know about how much people love not only that song, but the album as a whole. Very, very popular. So congratulations to Beyonce. Thank you for making an amazing album that I've been listening to nonstop since it came out, and I can't wait to listen to it for many, 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 well, honestly, for the rest of my life. I think this is an album that I will continuously go back to because I love it that much. Okay, moving on to our next story. In a little bit of controversial news, I don't know if controversial is even the right word. Maybe it is. Shakira has revealed that she and her 2 sons have strong feelings about Barbie. Well, Shakira has mixed feelings. Her sons certainly have strong feelings about it. So Shakira revealed that her 2 sons, she has, I think, an 11-year-old son and a 9-year-old son. They hated the movie Barbie, and Shakira understands why they hated it. So this is what she said, quote, "They felt that it was emasculating, and I agree to a certain extent. I'm raising 2 boys. I want them to feel powerful too, while respecting women. I like pop culture when it attempts to empower women without robbing men of their possibility to be men, to also protect and provide." That was her quote. Now, here's what I have to say about all of this. I'm a Barbie lover. I think I should put that out there just so people know that. But I have zero problem with people not being a fan of the movie. I have friends and people in my life who were like, wasn't really for me. I also don't have a problem with people critiquing the movie to some degree and saying, is this really a feminist movie, or is it overhyped? I recognize that movies, films, it's all subjective, and we all have different opinions, and that's totally fine. But my question is to Shakira, first of all, did your sons watch it till the end of the movie? Because that is sort of that is the final message of the film, which is that it's not good for it to just be this Barbie world where the women are in charge and the men are sort of second class, in their space. It's a movie that recognizes that, yeah, actually, in order for our society to be in a good place and for everyone to be happy and to feel fulfilled, we all need to be on an equal playing field. And that is sort of the final message of the film. So I don't really understand the emasculated part of it, because feel like that gets addressed in the film. The other thing too is when she talks about male empowerment or wanting men to feel empowered as well. Literally every movie ever made is about male empowerment. There's so many movies that you can turn to if you were concerned about her sons not feeling powerful. look around, like every piece of media that we consume for the most part is focused on men feeling empowered. And so I feel like it's okay, in my opinion, that this movie was aimed for women and for girls and focused on girls feeling powerful and feeling seen and feeling acknowledged, because unfortunately in the film industry and just Hollywood and just life in general, women don't often feel that way. So while I think Barbie is a movie for everybody, I think everybody can take something away from it, whether, you know, you're a man or a woman. Like, I don't think it was only a movie for women, but I also think it's okay if the messaging is aimed towards women, because so often in other movies, the messaging isn't aimed towards women, if that makes sense. So again, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. That's totally fine. But I just thought her take was a little strange because, I don't know. It just I felt like she shouldn't have been as bothered by it as maybe it seems that she was. Anyway, I'd love to know what you guys think of Shakira's thoughts and her comments in the comments of this video. Like, please share what you think, because I'm very curious what other people think of her response to all of this. And then finally, last piece of news is Rebel Wilson getting honest about using Ozempic. Now, Ozempic, it's a big talking point in Hollywood over the last year or so. I think everybody and their mother has an opinion on Ozempic. And Rebel is, she's obviously putting out a memoir, talking about her life. So she's going on podcasts and she's talking about all of this stuff, and a lot of sort of headlines are getting pulled from this book. But she revealed that actually after she lost 80 pounds, which she apparently didn't lose using Ozempic, she then got on Ozempic as like a maintenance tool after she had lost all the weight. She said, quote, "Someone like me could have a bottomless appetite for sweets, so I think those drugs can be good." But she did say that she's no longer on Ozempic, but that she did use it for a while. And I guess the reason I bring this up in this story, because again, Ozempic is kind of overplayed and everybody talks about it and whatnot. But my question is, do you feel like celebrities should have to reveal, or I feel like nobody should feel like they have to share their medical history or anything that has to do with their body. Like, I think that's totally fine. Where I have an issue is when a celebrity is like very outspoken about like their health and their wellness, and they act like they lost weight because of eating healthy, exercising, but in reality they actually took these weight loss drugs. That's where I have a problem, because you're sending a message to the world, but particularly to like young women, young people in general who might be struggling with their body image or feeling like, why is this person looking like this? Because they're eating well and exercising. I'm eating well and exercising, but I don't look like that. When in reality, that celebrity is also taking a drug that is suppressing their appetite. So I kind of like when they do come out and say, yeah, I do take this drug, or I did take this drug. Because I think it helps put everything in perspective. And I think it kind of helps the commoners like us to be like, okay, yeah, like there's a reason why we don't look like these people. And it's because they can afford to take these drugs that we don't have access to or can't have access to, or whatever it is. So I don't know. I think it's interesting. And I appreciate the honesty when it comes to celebrities. And this also goes for like plastic surgery too. Like, I always love and admire when a celebrity comes out and they're like, yeah, I got my nose done, or I got filler here, or I did this, or I did that. Cause I just feel like it helps everybody in like the comparison game. And not that we should be comparing ourselves constantly to famous people, but I do think it can, I don't know, it just makes people feel a little bit more real and authentic and not like they're pretending to be someone that they're not, if that makes sense. That is it for today's show. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on all these different stories, the Beyonce record, Shakira, Rebel Wilson, anything else you're thinking, share them in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to our channel, follow us on social media, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.